And welcome back. My next guest is Dave Grauwels. He's a senior mortgage originator at Waterstone Mortgage. Welcome, Dave.
Thanks, Stacy.
So, talking about mortgages today, no surprise. Now, some people see having enough money as being a big obstacle for them to overcome and being able to get a home. How much do people really need to put down in order to buy?
That's a great question, Stacy. There's a common misconception now that you have to put down 20% to buy a home, and that's just not true. I mean, we have some programs that we can actually still do no money down with.
Are you looking at a higher interest rate then when you do something like that?
No, actually the rates on the no money down programs are quite favorable. Now, of course, they have different terms that you have to qualify for. Some of them have income restrictions, but you certainly can do a loan with no money down.
What about private mortgage insurance? Doesn't that come into play when you've got not quite enough put down?
The private mortgage insurance, anytime you put less than 20% down, you're required to pay private mortgage insurance unless you find other creative ways around it, which is something we kind of specialize in. You can actually buy out the mortgage insurance on a lot of the loans so that you pay a one-time fee and then you don't have the private mortgage insurance during the loan. You can also sometimes do a first and a second mortgage to avoid PMI.
Any drawbacks with doing that?
No drawbacks at all. It's actually a great way if you can afford to put a little bit of the money down up front to buy the mortgage insurance out. You can actually have a big monthly savings.
Now, looking at some other savings, do you offer any of the government loans that are out there?
We do. We offer FHA loans, VA loans. We do WIDA loans. So we have basically every type of loan that you can imagine right now. Waterstone Mortgage does it.
So people could pretty much come to you, say, this is my situation, what can you do for me?
That's exactly right.
Okay. Now, what if you wanted to just do no money down whatsoever? Is that possible?
Yes, actually with a WIDA loan, you could do a 97% loan and they can do a second loan behind it for 3%. So it's technically 100% financing. VA financing is no money down at all.
So at what point would you tell somebody, it's not a good idea to do this, maybe you should put a little bit more money down? Where would you draw the line?
It would really depend on somebody's particular situation. The best way to evaluate that is to actually go through it together, set up a private consultation and talk through everything. Everybody's situation is a little bit different.
So just a second left here. How do you start the process with you guys?
Best way to start the process is to give us a call at 234-5118.
Sounds great. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. It's always wonderful to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And stay tuned. We have more coming up right after this.